Do you feel like you have freedom of expression on this campus?
B-boys and girls, elders and young, everybody just clap your hands. B-boys and girls, elders and young, everybody just clap your hands.
If I can't dance, I don't wanna part of your revolution. If I can't dance, I don't wanna part of your revolution.
If you ain't down with the right, better step to the left, pump your right fist in the air.
This experience was really discouraging for me, actually, in terms of freedom of expression. I mean, the fact that we put up posters to raise awareness and to talk about our feelings, and a student could go around and tear them down and be open about the fact that he was tearing them down and make us feel bad and like attacking our character even about the posters that we were putting up. It just made me feel like you can't really say what you want on this campus. And as liberal as Swarthmore pretends to be, and it has this image of students are able to speak out on whatever issues they want, I don't think that's the case.
B-boys and girls, elders and young, everybody just clap your hands.
I had noticed on the Reserve Students Digest that there was an event known as the Student Cover Show that was being advertised for the same date, time, and place as the Enlace party, which we had scheduled months ago. I contacted Marila, who I had seen in McCabe at the time, and I asked her about whether or not we had actually reserved the space, and she proceeded to contact Gabriela Morales, who is one of the social coordinators of Enlace, and basically they had an exchange where Gabriela told her that she had confirmed the space and she had emails to prove it. Gabriela went about contacting the old club manager, who had told her that she hadn't reserved the space and we'd never confirmed that reservation. And then once she sent him the emails that she had that they had exchanged, where he basically proposes the 21st of November as a day, and she confirms it and says yes, that's the day we would like. He then said that he had long booked Old Club for this cover show, and that he was sorry, there was nothing he could do about it. He was sorry for the miscommunication, were the specific words that he had used.
After administration had contacted the Old Club manager to see if we can work something out to negotiate, basically the response was like, sucks for Enlace, this is the cover show and it's going to happen.
Move to the rhythm that we call resistance. Too many of our young sons in the prisons. I just wanna be free and have some fun, cause it's a good life, baby, and we all deserve one.
So I gotta break it down like I'm crazy legs. Old school, true school, still crazy fresh. I'm on a chase like Charlie. Hope that she call me. Get up and stand up like my name is Bob Marley.
We decided that our next bet would be to approach the student body. That's when we proceeded to make posters that same, I think it was Tuesday night after we spoke, or Wednesday night?
It was Wednesday night. Yeah. I found it kind of frustrating that we were focusing so much on like what kind of language to use, because we didn't want to be perceived a certain way even though we were feeling that way. And so because of that, we were very careful about like the types of words we used. That way no one would feel like it was like us complaining or it was a personal attack.
He started making sort of innuendos and insinuating that we were making this issue into an issue of race by saying, you know, one of the posters that you use had darkened images of scared children, and totally reading into things that were not there at all. I mean, the printer in McCabe prints out pictures darkly. We weren't trying to like put black children on the posters to make it an issue of race, and just the fact that he took it to that level I thought was very frustrating.
The Old Club manager took it upon himself to censor our speech and bring down our posters, which we had worked hard on, and we're trying to bring awareness.
We were definitely heard. I just don't know if people got the message that we were trying to put out there.
Because it's Swarthmore College and we are like so liberal, I feel like there's certain issues that you have to talk about. Talking about minority issues, minority rights, immigrant rights, everyone's down for that because we're fighting for social justice. But if we're not talking about those things and we're trying to address like a bigger, like just a normal issue at hand, like, hey, you know, this person was unprofessional, whoa, does it have to do with race? Whoa, does it have to do with minority? It's just like, no, I don't feel like we should be censored because we're not as a minority group, we're not talking about minority rights, minority issues.
Down with the right, better step to the left. Pump your right fist in the air. If you ain't down with the right, better step to the left. Pump your right fist in the air.
If I can dance, if I can dance, if I can dance, if I cannot dance, if I can't dance, I don't wanna party, y'all. If I can't dance,
B-boys and girls, elders and young, everybody just clap your hands. B-boys and girls, elders and young, everybody just clap your hands.